Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. The title says it all. Silver posts biggest monthly surge since 2011 when we saw $50 silver, rising 24% in a month. And that's for the month of May. So we're seeing a pattern happening of rotating but also highly volatile prices, and it's looking like it's slowly continuing to go upwards from its bottom at $11.72 all the way up to around the $20 mark. Now, right now, that puts the gold to silver ratio at 95-1, meaning it takes 95 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. So silver is definitely outperforming gold right now. Silver is definitely the more profitable investment, as gold has already hit its peak and silver is now on the way to hit its peak. Who knows what the top's going to be, but it's definitely nowhere near it yet. So there's a lot of potential for silver. So the link to this article will be in the description from Crypto Vibes if you want to check it out yourself. So on May 29th, silver futures recorded a gain of around 24% for May 2020. That gain is the biggest in 9 years, with the industrial metal getting some support from the reopening of global economies after this virus-related shutdowns. On the other hand, the gold futures surged for May 29th session, enhanced by the global monetary stimulus measures and U.S.-China tensions. The head of exchange-traded funds at Aberdeen Standard Investments, Steve Dunn, said in an email, "This virus and the economic fallout that followed has impacted industry, technology, and jewelry demand, with 75% of the global silver demand dependent on the consumer who has been either temporarily or permanently wounded by the downturn. Unlike gold, silver may get a boost as major economies ease corona-linked restrictions, which will only fuel hopes of an economic recovery." So silver kind of plays both sides of the fence. Even if things are getting tricky or hard, silver can benefit from it, or if the economy picks up, silver can benefit from it as its industrial uses. So July silver SIN 20 gained 3% or 53 cents to end the month at $18.49 an ounce. The gain enabled the metal to retake psychologically significant levels of over $18 for a month. According to Dow Jones market data, it gained almost 24%, which was the greatest performance since April 2011. The director of research at Granite Shares, Ryan Giannato, commented, "Silver's rampage continued on a near uninterrupted basis throughout May. While silver is one of the more volatile metals, after a 20% monthly gain on back of a 6% gain in April, trend exhaustion may be approaching." And that's what I'm going to stop and talk about for a second. Silver's appreciating so fast that there's probably going to be a pullback coming soon, or a dip, or a correction, or a sell-off. And that's just people capitalizing on some funds. As you know, as the prices get higher, people who got in lower want to sell, get some profits back. Now, this also is going to push the price down a little bit, but then when the price goes down a little bit, this is going to encourage new investors or more money to come back in, which in return is going to push the price up again. So it's going to go up and down. As long as it's gradually going upwards, though, we're in good news. And staying above the support lines and breaking through resistance levels is exactly what silver is needed. That's what we've been saying is going to happen from time and time again. And it's all coming true, right? It really is. We knew silver was going to outperform gold sooner or later. The gold to silver ratio is way too high. It was only a matter of time. So gold performance. Looking elsewhere, August gold, the GCQ20, rose $23.40, translating to a 1.4% gain to reach $1,751 an ounce. The precious metal gained 3.4% for the month. Giannato told reporters gold enjoyed one of its steadiest months of return in May. Even with the market optimism surrounding reopening, gold saw a gain underlying the precious metal's all-weather investment characteristics. Tensions surrounding Hong Kong's autonomous status are a clear focus for gold's next movements, with potential for not only a weakened dollar but also a heightened safe haven demand. This scenario would represent a twofold gain for gold. So kind of like what silver was happening, you know, gold, it's a win-win situation for precious metals right now. And that's why there's so much potential. So global tensions. So by 2 p.m. Eastern on May 29th, traders were awaiting a press conference from President Trump. His remarks came after the U.S., Australia, Canada, and the UK governments met and issued a general statement on May 28th confirming their deep concern regarding Beijing's decision to impose a national security law on Hong Kong. They issued that statement after China's parliament passed legislation that may curtail democratic freedoms in the Asian region. One analyst said on May 29th, his note was, the rising U.S.-China rift, which has deepened over moves by Beijing to impose a security law on Hong Kong, has further boosted the appeal of safe haven metals. And that's definitely true. Anytime people don't trust banks, don't trust governments, get a little weary of the economy or the state the world's in, they turn towards precious metals as a safe haven metal, right? As a way to preserve your money without having to store it in your fiat, in a fiat-based currency. So the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said on May 29th that he was currently less tense about the current performance of the economy. However, he was quick to add that he is worried about a probable second wave of the virus outbreak. And that's the thing. That's the one thing is, even if there's a second wave of the virus, silver would still benefit from that as safe haven, like the previous article said. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially if a second wave of the virus does happen. It's going to damage markets exponentially for stocks and markets like that. But I definitely think precious metals could come out on top from it. I'm not saying that I want that to happen, because that would be, many more people dead, but I'm just being realistic. Silver would probably benefit from that. So by May 27th, the Fed's balance sheet had risen to $7.1 trillion, up from $7.04 trillion a week ago. The increase is attributed to the central bank's acts to support the financial markets during the current health crisis. A major part of that increase resulted from a $33 billion increase in the bank's emergency lending program aiming to buy corporate bonds. That strategy kept the yields for government and corporate debt lower. It also had significant effect on boosting the appeal of gold, which offers no coupon. So economic reports. Traders were also served with the latest U.S. economic reports. Data shows that personal income increased by 10.5% in April, supported by the government's virus relief payments. However, consumer spending plummeted. The May Chicago Purchasing Managers Index dropped 32.3 to 35.4 in April. Reviewing the University of Michigan's Consumer Confidence Index increased to 72.3 in May from an April level of 71.8. Looking at the other COMEX metals, July copper, HGN20, gained around 0.5% to reach $2.42 a pound. However, according to FactSet data, the prices are based on the most active metal contrast, recorded in a monthly surge about 4%. Giannato added, copper has continued its slow yet steady grind upwards as the industrial economy recovers from the nadir of the shutdown. So, September palladium gained 1.4% to reach $1,972 an ounce, with the most active prices down about 0.5% of the month. July platinum, PLN20, surged about 0.8% to $874 a day, or an ounce, representing almost 7.7% for May 2020. So looks like all precious metals are benefiting from this right now, as people frantically try to preserve their wealth or transfer their wealth into something with intrinsic value that holds its value. I still think that silver is the best alternative right now, and not only just talking about gold or silver, but it's the best alternative period when you're trying to protect your wealth. You can put it in stocks, cryptocurrencies, bonds, options markets, futures contracts, whatever the case is. Nothing has potential like silver does, right? Nothing has potential like silver does for the extent that we're talking about the information given, the historical patterns showing from 2011. When we saw $50 silver, that's the last time we've seen a gain this big in the month of May. That's huge news, and that just shows that silver is breaking free and silver is breaking out, and people are starting to take note of it now more than ever. And the time is now, right? This could be just the beginning of something very big. From 2008 to 2011, silver went from $8 all the way to $50. Right now, we saw silver as low as $11. It could be on its way to $50 plus or higher. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. The link to this article from Crypto Vibes will be in the description. So if you want to check that out, do your homework. If you did enjoy this video, if you thought it was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash that like button, and also subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications so you instantly get notified anytime I post a video. I'm going to wrap this one up here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about the economy right now, U.S., China? What do you think about all this, and where do you think silver prices are headed? I'd love to hear your response in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.